We'll be back again, man, and now we're gonna start to make the clay. Let's proceed. Ingredients for this clay inlay. You are going to need a plastic bowl, a plastic spoon. You do not want any metals. Metals will take away the properties of the clay. Only plastic material. Yes, this is my daughter's old spoon from 4 or 5 years ago. I still had it. Yes. Okay. You are going to need Indian healing clay. Any conditioner that you prefer. You can grab some of your favorite oils. I'm going to be using Royal Emerald Oil from royalhaircareproducts.com. Shout out to Just. I will also be using the Legion sauce by Legions. If you know, you know from the pages. Also, you want to make sure you have apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar. But you want to get the one that has with the mother. This is very, very, very important. Also, you're going to need a spray bottle. Misto spray bottle. Can be whatever one you choose. Doesn't have to be all fancy. We're going to use this to continually wet the hair. You'll need a mesh cap so that the clay, water, everything runs through your hair, correctly. And you're going to need a mesh durag. Preferably something with the holes in it. That way the clay, the water, and everything else can get out of your hair correctly. All right, now let's go ahead and we're gonna make that clay. All right, YouTube, we back. Now we're gonna start preparing the clay. Some people use a spoon. I've been doing this for a while. I just know an eye level measurement. You wanna pour your clay in first. All right, now that you got your decent amount, now we're gonna grab the apple cider vinegar. All right, now that we got our apple cider vinegar, now it's time to add it to our clay. You want to add a little bit at a time. You don't want to add too much and then the clay is too watery. Take your time. You want to develop a pudding-like consistency paste. You don't want this watery. All right, just like that. What I do is I move it around so the apple cider vinegar can work with the clay. Grab my spoon and I begin mixing. All right, as the clay starts to mold and get hard, you don't want that, that's too thick. So what we're gonna do is we're going to add more apple cider vinegar to our mix. Take your time. This is not a rush. You can mess up this mix. You want to take your time with these ingredients. It's not a rush. You can take your time. All right, now we got our mix the way we want it. Now we're gonna go ahead and add our oils and conditioner to it. All right, let's proceed by adding our oils into our clay. You don't have to be shy with the oil. You can add as much as you like. Don't add too much because you don't, obviously common sense isn't common practice. Like almost a cat food, you know? Grab that with our oil. Take that with our clay. And we're gonna mix that into the oil. Basically where we want it, that pudding consistency. Not too thick, not too thin. Then here's the cheat code. You're gonna add a little bit of conditioner to the clay. You're getting a condition, you're getting a wash, you're getting a strip, you're getting a moist, all in one. We're gonna wash our hair. We're going to add, with our hair, add the shampoo, brush, get everything cleaned, everything ready, everything rinsed out of our hair. That way we can apply the clay. If you apply this to dry hair, I do not know if your results will come out as efficient. All right, YouTube, let's see what I'm looking like fresh out the rag before we start this wash. Alright, YouTube, we're about to wash right now. The shampoo we are going to be using is Argan Oil Morocco shampoo. Has very good properties in it, and it has like some shine that I just love. Alright, YouTube, now we got the soap in our hair. All we're gonna do is brush everything back down to our pattern and prepare the hair to apply the clay. When you get your hair to the point after brushing your hair and everything and you think it's laid enough with your shampoo and all of your hair is set enough, you are going to want to rag up. Once you're ragged up, fully ragged up, you are going to want to put your head under cool, cold water. You do not want freezing cold, but you want cool, cold water. That way, some of the properties of the shampoo can still lock into your hair. That way, you can also lock in and have a better lay. Cold water will lay your hair better than hot water. All right, YouTube, we're back. We just fully rinsed out the shampoo, cleaned our hair, stripped it. Now we're going to apply the clay, and then we're gonna get it popping. Let's go. At this time, your clay may be a little, thicker or drier. You just want to waste that up just a little, to get everything reworking and, re-wet. Mix it up. Then we're going to start applying it. You can apply it with a spoon. You can apply it using your hand. I am going to use my hand and the spoon. All right, let's apply the clay. So all I do is take my hand and literally cover in paint. Just like I'm moving my hands, I'm covering my pattern exactly the way I brush. That's all I'm doing. Taking the clay, applying it to my hair exactly the way that I brush. Now be mindful, be careful when applying this to the crown. Be very careful when applying this to the crown. If you lose your crown while applying this clay, all I can do is say I pray for you. YouTube, now that you got all the clay into your hair, now we're going to brush everything in, get it brushed into our pattern. We're gonna brush all the clay into our hair, following the flow of our pattern, brush it in, rag up. We're going to let the clay sit in our hair for 30-45 minutes as a deep conditioning. Come back. You want to get in the shower. You are not going to rinse all this clay out standing over the sink. You want to get in the shower. There's going to be areas of your hair and you want to make sure this is all out. Please do not leave any leftover clay inside of your hair. A tip I like to do too, YouTube, I use the tip of the point of the brush to guide the clay. So as I'm brushing like this, I'll use the tip, come out, and then the tip here, I'll guide across. So that way I get a smooth transition, You don't need to go crazy, brushing all stupid and willy-nilly. Take your time. Take your time. I would rather take my time and do it right than be fast and do it wrong. Remember, the turtle always won the race against the rabbit because the rabbit smoked himself. Meanwhile, the turtle is taking its time. If you take your time, you'll get the proper results. Remember the 5 P's in life. Proper preparation is preventing poor performance. Once you got all the clay in your hair and it's to the decency of the pattern you like and it is the way you want, and the lay, all we're going to do now is take our misto spray again, shake it, as I stated earlier in the video, you do not want to tie your knots. You do not want to tie them. I'll take the compression cap, as I stated earlier in the video, put it over, just like this. We ragged up. We'll let it sit for 45 minutes. We're gonna come back out, rinse it with hot, warm water, as I stated earlier. Then come behind it with cool, cold water to close the cuticles. And then we'll be back for our results. Keep it locked. YouTube, we back again, man. The clay has dried. Built from the clay inlay. We rinsed it out with warm water, came behind it with cold, let it flush, let it dry, let it sit. And yes, I took a shower, I changed my clothes. You thought you was gonna see me in the same sweatpants? You got me wrong. Now it's time for these results. Yes, sir. YouTube, thank you, man. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you liked today's video, man. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing down below. Keep it locked and turn on bell notifications for all further videos. Thank you all, and God bless.